Hi, I'm Liisi Tamm.
And I'm Anett.
And we're going to talk about the project Rüüroom.
Okay, wait a second.
Do you see the presentation?
Yes, we see your presentation.
Okay, very good. So our project began with an idea of wearable house from B210 architects. They contacted us to develop this concept with them and to execute it. From this sculpture idea, we started to develop the material, form, and the design. One of the big influences that we had was the design. One of the big influences we had
were the traditional shepherd's coats from Turkey. Sorry about that. Rüüroom is currently presented at the exhibition called The Houses That We Need in Estonian Museum of Architecture in Tallinn until the end of November. The growth of people, freedom, and mobility favors the integration of architecture and fashion. Various capes, wraps, and throws allow one to create one's own space in both man-made and natural environments. Our perception of room changes. As we take work and entertainment with us wherever we go, our own space also accompanies us. It's not an individualistic capsule, but a multi-shaped shell that adapts to the body and environment. Rüüroom is made using only wool as the base material, so when the owner doesn't need it anymore, he can leave it behind and move on.
So after we decided on the form that we were going to do, we had a few problems we had to tackle. We felt that the textile needed to be different on the inside and outside to separate private and public space. Also, the felt had to hold its architectural shape, so we had to make lots of adjustments and experiment with the thickness to achieve it. And the idea was that the future home should be mobile and compact. So we started to figure out how can the product act as a blanket at one time, be shaped into a wearable home at another, and then have a possibility to be packed into a backpack.
The material for Rüüroom was created by using sheep wool we gathered from local farmers. There are approximately 75,000 sheep and goats in Estonia, and wool is mostly a sub-product in farming industry. After being gathered from farmers, the wool was washed and carded at the local wool mill. Carded wool was pre-felted in 2 layers. Light wool down and dark wool on top of it, using a felting machine. After, this one. Each pre-felted sheet was about 120 by 90 centimeters in size. It took 9 pre-felted sheets to construct the fabric needed for the Rüüroom. The sheets of felt were attached to each other by needle felting and then double dried to shrink in size. To get the needed size of 2 by 2 meters, it had to be 3 by 3 meters to begin with.
And to get the desired form and thickness for the garment, the fabric was hand felted on the tabletop with lots of soap and hot water. This method gave us independence from any machines and their size limitations, therefore being able to develop the fabric in whatever sizes needed. Felt as a material is naturally available and environmentally friendly, a renewable resource with many good qualities. Wool retains heat well and doesn't get soaked easily or soiled. This is why a future house may well be made out of wool, something that people in the Middle East have discovered centuries ago. So that's all about our project room. And if you have any questions, you can ask them happily. Thank you.
It's time. Okay, great.